we got to the conclusion of the Sermon on the Mount. In 2 seconds, I'm going to let you know what Jesus said in order to conclude his sermon. So wrapping up what he has been teaching so far, Jesus uses the example of the narrow and the wide gates, the example of the tree and its fruits, and also the example of the wise and the foolish builders. Enter by the narrow gate, Jesus said, for wide is the gate, and broad the way that leads to destruction, and many go in by it. But narrow is the gate, and difficult the way that leads to life, and there are few who find it, he said. In ancient Judaism, the idea of two different ways going into two different directions was kind of familiar. So Jesus uses this analogy, making emphasis especially in the narrow way, because he says entering through the narrow gate, and the narrow way is the one which leads to life, and there are few who find it. In the beginning it sounded kind of crazy for them, but so far everything that Jesus has said sounded kind of crazy, because he spoke about a different level of the law. He spoke about loving the enemies. He spoke about praying in a different way that they have been taught for the years, and also trying to disassociate them with the religious leaders. So for them it sounded kind of impossible. But Jesus is saying, do not go after what is popular, but go after my teachings, my words. The wide gate gives the idea of easiness, permissiveness, the idea of a big number, because everything is popular, everything is easy. But the narrow gate gives the idea of few in number, some restrictions, some changes, some things that they have to do. And there are few, Jesus said, who find it. The same idea of investing time in searching something, seeking something, and find it. These are Jesus' words. Sometimes we have to stop what we're doing and think about Jesus' words, because they are not for someone else. They are not for the neighbor. They are for you. Think about that. See you tomorrow.